Hey there, this is Shelley Belcourt and welcome to this webinar that I'm going to take you through the incredible information that we learned at Internet Traffic Live, which was only last weekend. It feels like a long time ago. We had an absolutely fabulous time and I have a ton of information. What I'm aiming to share with you in this 1 hour is all the information that we learned over a 3-day period. So there is going to be a lot of information, and so I'll try and not talk too fast. I just want to check, the last time we did this, I had a problem with my sound. So if someone could just put in the chat box or message me in the MITS group, that'd be great, just so I get confirmation before I keep going. Sometimes it's a problem living in New Zealand. So, hey Lalan, so can you hear me okay? Just if someone could write in the chat box for me, and then we'll get started. So I hope you're all doing well today. It's Tuesday. I'm coming at you from New Zealand. It's Tuesday here, Tuesday midday. So I believe, well, in the States it's still Monday, and I know we've got some people in Australia. It's earlier on Tuesday. So cool, awesome. Rightio. So what I'm going to do is actually take you through a quick presentation, and I will share my screen here. Now, great, great to hear. Now, I think you can all see in the chat. So, if you have any questions, just pop them in there, and I will come back to them at the end of the presentation. All right. So, I'm just going to share my screen now. All right. Here we go. So, Internet Traffic Live was the very first event that Vince Reed put on, and he has been online for, I believe most of you know Vince. He's been online for since 2008, multiple seven-figure earner. He's earning like $250,000 a month at the moment, and his whole niche is in traffic. And what's great is that he teaches us how to get traffic to regardless what our business is, what product, what niche we're in. So this event was purely based on traffic to our business. So it was basically 3 days of learning, fun, and networking. My biggest takeaway was to create a structured business plan that works for your personality, values, and your offer, and that you need to stick to that relentlessly while giving value to others. So there's quite a lot in there, and I'll just take a second or two to talk through that. So the structured business plan means that you know what you're doing when you get up in every morning, everyone has a different way that they are working online. Some people work at full time, others only get an hour or so to work on the internet business. But regardless of what you have, you need to have a plan for that amount of time. And so whatever time you've got, that you know exactly what you're doing during that time. And you need to work it so that your personality shines. You know, some people are really good at certain types of marketing and others are good at other things. And you've got to work where you shine, where you feel best, what works best for your personality, and you've got to be so true to your values. We had several speakers talking about values, and more it's becoming important in our online businesses to be true to your values, know what they are, be true to them, and also to your offer. You know, you've got to work your business around not just your personality and values, but also your offer. And we'll discuss that a little bit more later on. So sticking to your plan is really, really important, because there's a lot of days that you won't feel like doing your plan, but having the plan and sticking to that is going to bring you success. And you know, Vince teaches us all the time, it's all about giving value to others. And more I'm learning that this is a new form of marketing. If we're not giving value to others, then you're not going to succeed. You know, there's no longer that ability for us just to put links out onto the internet and have people join. You know, we're moving into a different age, a different time, and the more value you give, the more you get. And there's that karmic law that we know about, as you know, you reap what you sow, you get what you give. So that's so true in your business. So just to quickly run through the speakers to show you what high quality it was. There was Vince Reed. He spoke several times. Jeff Moore is actually Vince's one of his original mentors and ongoing mentors. He is an incredible business mind. He talks so high level in business, I was struggling to keep up. But he made us totally look at why are we in business and what are we doing, and it's, you know, he touched on that business plan thing I just spoke about. Michelle Pescosolido, she is the Facebook queen. Terry Lamb, he is the video king. And then these two guys, Stefan Dessalines and Scott Agee, they were students of Vince Reed, and they are now multiple seven-figure earners on Craigslist alone, and so they spoke solely on Craigslist. Jonathan Budd spoke. He was very esoteric, really cool, talking a lot about values and what's your purpose. And then there was even me got up on stage, and I actually spoke about my story. And if enough of you ask me, I'm quite happy to give a webinar with my talk. It was only 15 minutes, but it could easily have been longer because I actually fluffed around so long that they put up the 2-minute sign, and I thought, oh my gosh, I haven't even got to the main point of my talk yet. So if you do want to hear that, then show me some love, and I can run through that on another webinar. Day 2, there was meant to be Dagan Smith, but he got caught up in some plane debacle, so he didn't turn up. So Vince spoke quite a lot. Now, John Lee Dumas, my goodness me, he's this young, oh my gosh, he's like early 20-year-old. 19 months ago, he had an idea, and he thought to himself, I'm going to do a podcast every single day. And that's exactly what he did. And this guy, so he was only, I forget exactly his age, he was only like 23 at the time, young, or even younger, very young. And he's done a podcast every single day since then, and he speaks, he's in the entrepreneur, so the mindset space. He now has like 500,000 downloads every single month, and he's earning a ton of money. So he spoke on that, and at first I thought, oh, no, there's no way I'm doing a podcast. It's completely out of my league. By the end of his talk, man, I think all of us wanted to rush out and sign up to a podcast. So he was really fascinating. And then the keynote speaker on Saturday evening was, or Friday evening, was Ray Higdon. And gosh, I mean, I think probably most of you have heard of Ray. He's the #1 blogger in the internet entrepreneur space, and he's really fascinating, very interesting guy, very diverse, very into mindset and awareness. Like he was, you know, talking about the giving value and what have you. Really interesting. And then on the third day, it was a VIP mastermind where Vince just had us in just a small group and pretty much focused, drilled down. We looked at, we just had a quick overview of all of our business and some fascinating insights, which I hope to touch on today. So here's some pictures of that's John Lee Dumas, Ray, and Vince, Jonathan, Osho. He's the video guy for all the big wigs, and Michelle Pescosolido. And there's me up on stage. It was quite fun being up on stage, I have to say. So today I wanted to go through my top traffic learnings from the whole event. #1 I'm going through is the Twitter twist. Now, if you're not in MITS, you won't have the basic training in Twitter, but for those of you who are, there is still some really good learnings that I got on how not to get your account banned, and I well and truly know that because I have been there and done that. So I'll teach you what we can do to stop that happening. The Craigslist guys, they taught us some really awesome techniques to again, stop you being banned and make your Craigslist advertising really profitable. Michelle's Facebook tweaks are only small, but I could tell as soon as she was teaching us that that is exactly what we need to do. And the video optimization techniques I want to talk to you about. And so I hope that that will get you stimulated in doing videos. And then a really exciting thing that was released was the capture page system, internet traffic pages, which is Vince's new product, and it's absolutely cool. So the Twitter twist. At the moment, Twitter will allow you to tweet anything on your profile, okay? So you can tweet whatever you want, including pictures, images, links, anything pretty much. But when you are paying for ads or you're promoting your profile, affiliate links of any sort will get you banned. And like I said, I was a victim of that, if you want to call it that. I got overly enthusiastic and I thought, this is fantastic training, I'll just go out and do what I want, and boom, I got banned. And regardless, I emailed them, and I just cannot get my account back. So I've actually started a new account, and I'm going like a snail's pace, but I know now how to do it properly, and I'll teach you exactly how to do it just now. So there's actually been, for those of you on Twitter, hopefully you've noticed just in the last week or two, there's been a new look introduced, and they've actually started having the Twitter page look a lot like Facebook. So you can have, I'll show you in a minute, you can have your header up the top and your picture, and there's this thing called a pinned tweet, sorry. It's hard to speak about it in these different terms because we're so used to Facebook, and it looks a lot like Facebook now. So basically what the big aha is, and the big tweak you can make, is that you can drive traffic to your pinned tweet, okay? And I'm going to show you what I mean. So you're not going to be putting any links and anything that's you're paying for, because that is what Twitter is looking at. They're looking at the things that you're paying for. But like I said up the top there, you can tweet anything. So you can put your links in there, and they will not ban you, which is really cool. So what I want to do is just go back to my Twitter page now. Actually, I'll just check on here that we've got no questions. Welcome, Gil. Oh, good. Katie, I'm glad that you can hear me this time. Last time was terrible. I sounded like I was underwater. Okay, so this is a new thing, and he's kind of a bad picture of me up on stage. So as you can see, you've got a cover profile, you've got your profile picture just like on Facebook, and then you can put a little blurb there. As you can see, this is a brand new account. So what you do is you can, as I've done here, jump on my webinar starting in 5 minutes. You can pin this tweet. Now what I'm going to do is actually show you exactly. So I've grabbed some pre-written ads here. So you go up to your Twitter, compose a tweet, and then you put in your Twitter, and as you notice, that has got my affiliate link in there. Okay, so get free webinar for 7 untapped traffic resources that the guru's not telling you about. So this is an affiliate link, and that is very cool to put that there. So I tweet that, and then what happens is you go down to these little dots here, and it says more. So you click on that, and you've got two choices. You can either embed your tweet or pin. So you click on pin. So you pin to your profile page, and it just says, are you sure? Yes. So there you have that. Now that pinned tweet, so anyone who goes to my profile page will always see this on the top of my page. And that's just plain sillies at the moment. So then what you need to do is go into your advertising. Now I'm not going to do this because this is in the training about exactly how to set this up, but I'll just show you just quickly actually I'm not quite sure if I'm set up, to be honest. I am so taking this slowly. I'm not going to jeopardize this campaign, this account. So you create new campaign here, and then you just grab your promoted tweet, or you promote your profile. And so you click on promoted tweets campaign. Again, this is in the MITS training, or I've got a YouTube video on this if you don't want to get into that. So you just put your campaign in there, put your keywords in, and then down here, what you do is you compose a new tweet and you say, I just pinned the latest traffic webinar, 7 untapped traffic resources on my profile page. Check it out if you want targeted leads today, or whatever. I mean, obviously that relates to my pinned post, my pinned tweet. But if you can see, then there's no affiliate link in there. But what's great about this, two things that are good about this, is that one, you're not going to get banned. Okay, you're completely clean. There's no links in there, which is what Twitter don't like. And the second thing is that the person who sees this and checks it out is the person who is really going to be a high converter. Now, Vince has actually done testing on this, and other people whose accounts were up and running have done this with really good success. So do you see what I mean? You've got like the teaser line there. You're telling them what they're going for, and they're actually taking that extra step and going through, and then they're highly likely to go to your pinned tweet and then click on that. So your conversion rate is much higher. So I don't know if you're aware, but in the past it's been more along the lines of, let's just get as many clicks and as much traffic as you possibly can. Now what I'm learning is that instead of doing that, you want to actually put these little road bumps in the bumps in the way for them, and make them open a door to get to where, then by the time it comes to clicking on your link or making a purchase, they're much more highly qualified. So your conversions are much higher, and this is a really good way of doing that. So they would go to your pinned post, and then they would click on that because they would want to. They've taken the extra step. It's not like when you're going through things and you just click, and you're not really that interested. This is where they've had 2 steps before they get to that, and so you know that they're more highly qualified. So that's what you would promote. All right, is that clear? Does everyone have that? I'll just go over and see. So I've got some feedback from you, Gil. Anyone else have any questions on that? Might as well before we move on. And of course, you can do this by promoting your account as well. So you would do the same thing. You would just go back to where it says promote a tweet or promote your account, and you would just, here it is here, just promote your account. So really cool. And one little tip though is, currently this does not work on mobile phones. Okay, so you can't, because the pinned post doesn't stay at the top at the moment. Now, who knows, with the next update it may well do that, but at the moment just do this on desktop. So keep it to the desktop, which you can select that. Cool, getting some good feedback there. Excellent. Right, I'm just going to go back to my presentation now. So there's the 3-step process, just to review it one more time. So you write and you pin your tweet with your link in it. And then step 2 is you promote your account, so you'll pay for that, and that's how you get your followers. And the followers are, I mean, this is all in the training. I'm not going to go through this now, but you need to target who you're promoting your account to, and then you promote your tweet. So number 2 and number 3, you must not put any links in. You will get banned if you do. All right, so the next thing I want to talk to you about is the Craigslist. So Craigslist is number 40 on the Alexa global ranking. Now, granted, that's not up with Facebook or YouTube, but it's not a slouch either. And if you do this correctly, like Stefan and Scott, they're absolutely killing it. The thing is, you need to stay under the radar. And again, this is not to give you the basic training, which is in the MIT system, but you need to. You don't go crazy. I've actually done I've done that as well, and I mean, this is a good thing. I've made all these mistakes. Okay, so I've been banned on Craigslist, and I've given it some space, and now I'm actually going back on again. So okay, the application method that we're taught, make it a short application first. And what I mean by that is, so just put in if you put an application for a job, you've got it. The big thing is you've got to look at it from the end user's perspective. So someone's on Craigslist, they're looking for a job, put a little application form, do your name, email, make it short. This is what these guys have done after all their testing. Then you follow up with the longer application. So again, it's a step-by-step process, and you're just giving them these little humps to overcome, which makes them, creates the momentum forward with you. So you follow up with your longer application, and that's going to be, like in the training, we taught how to do that. And again, these guys test everything. They test absolutely everything. And when they test, they don't make big changes. So they're just making small changes. So for example, when they learned to do a short application first, before the long one, they had the long one up first, and then they were taking out like one line at a time, or making one of the questions a bit shorter. Excuse me. And so it took a lot of time to develop this method for them, and you can do this too. It's all about testing, So they're talking about stage the process and take the person one step at a time and show them the steps that you've taken them through. So each time you do something, so like with the longer application, you can refer back to, okay, great, you've filled out the shorter application, and actually after that longer one, you want to probably put a space in and say something like, received your application, thank you, we'll review it and get back to you in 24 hours or something. But this is the staging process is kind of more for the next stage, and that is everything you do with them, you show them what you're doing, and you show them what they've just been through. And the reason for that is that you are making it very clear, because the idea in this internet game is that you want to show people what you're doing. You want to create the situation where they can duplicate what's just happened to them. And so they will say to them, like I just showed you, I just put this ad up on Craigslist, and I put you through this application process, and so that is how you've come to meet me, and so could you do that? I think you get me right there. So you are enabling somebody else to do what you've just done to get them on board, and it's so empowering. So we don't want to be having these magical secrets about what we're doing. We want to be able to create duplication and create teams, and that's about giving value, right? That's about helping other people move forward in their business and in their life. So they were talking about figuring out what copy is working, because even Stefan and Scott were getting, they sometimes get banned, and they say anyone who says that they understand they call him Craig, Craigslist Craig. If anyone, their words were, if anyone says that they totally understand Craig, then they have no idea, because Craig is not always changing, but there's always something that you've got to learn. And so Stefan and Scott were saying that they keep swipe files. They look at what are the ads that are showing in the niche that they like, and they'll create the swipe file. And so they will actually take not word for word. Obviously, you never ever copy someone word for word online, but you model it. You take something that's live because you know that Craigslist have okayed that, and just create a swipe file. And they said that is totally how they write their ads. So I thought, man, there's no secret in that, is there? I mean, it's quite simple. It's quite easy, and this is how they're having success. And if you see what has been written, then you know that is literally, right now being allowed. So what they find is that some things over time they'll change, or one thing that was allowed previously is not allowed now. So the stuff that is on the ads currently is currently fine. And so that was really good. And they, it's just all about taking people through that step-by-step process, showing them how they got on, and teaching them how they can do it too. It's about empowering other people. So that's the Craigslist, and I'm just going to move on because I'm on this presentation. I'll take any questions afterwards. So Michelle Pescosolido, she talked a lot about using her fan page. Now, she's a big proponent of the fan page, and Vince has also been teaching us that, and I've kind of just, I don't know why, I've been begrudgingly not doing it, but I'm really committed now to building my fan page. She also spoke about building your capture page and capturing the fans off her fan page onto her list. And so she's simultaneously building a list, which I thought was a big takeaway for what it was for me. She spoke about another thing that was quite a big deal for me, is that when someone comes onto your fan page, it's got to be really, really clear on what it's about. And I haven't actually gone back and redone mine yet. I've been haven't got around to it yet. So, if someone came onto your fan page, what would they think it's about? And you've got to look at it from the outside perspective, and it's got to be so clear and so concise that they know what they're getting, and they know that next time they come back, or they know your posts are going to be about that thing that you've created. And so she talked about being really clear, and don't diversify, and don't be wishy-washy. Be very focused on what you want your fan page to be about. And of course, it doesn't matter what it's about, and it doesn't have to be, drilled down so it's only about, how to wash dogs or whatever. No, it's so it might be about dogs altogether if you're taking it. You take it a little bit higher level than that, but the intention must be really clear. Now, she went through some advertising ideas, and what's working for Michelle right now are newsfeed post promoting. So that's pretty much most of what she's doing. Is she writes a post on her fan page, and then she promotes that, and that's what's working for her. I'm going to actually give you a demonstration. She separates the mobile newsfeed ads from the desktop, and also she segregates the age groups, and that way you get more you get a more targeted group, and you get better results. Like I said, I'll show you in a minute. So she also spoke about analyzing your ads and remove the top performers, or change the variables when the numbers drop. So that when you segregate things, that's the only time it allows you to do this true analysis. And taking out either the method, so whether it's working on mobile or it's working on desktop, you remove the one that's not, or you'd remove the age groups that's not working with. Or if it's not working, then you would change the variables in that particular sector. And she does this when the numbers drop as well. So a point, I know this is not new, but keep your audience inside of Facebook. Really, really important. Facebook will always reward the people who keep them. So basically, if you can put your links in Facebook tabs, and so that's where you're driving the traffic to. And that's again when that's why the news feeds, she's having success with them. So review your insights. Now I'm going to just go over to my page, and again, my fan page is I'm just building it up because I haven't really figured this out. So I just want to show you up here on this See Insights. So I'm just on my page, just on my fan page, and if you click the See Insights button, then you'll be taken to all this information which is there to analyze what we're doing. And there's just an overview here, but you can drill in. For example, you can look through your likes, which, you know, Michelle was teaching about how important it is to you promote your page. You buy likes of people that are targeted to what your page is about, and then you give them value, and then you promote to them. So likes are really important. And, you know, you've got to keep it congruent. I didn't even know he could see the unlikes. People have unliked my page. So, I mean, luckily it's only a couple, but that might show me, say if that was happening more regularly, if there was a whole lot of them, it might show that I'm not delivering what I promised, okay? And so you can go through here and just I encourage you to have a look on your fan page, because I didn't even pay any attention to that. But this is all information about how our page is doing. So I wanted to just create a quick ad and show you what I mean about the segregating, just in case you're unclear about that. So you go to create an ad, and Michelle's talking about the page post engagement. So go to your fan page. And if any of you haven't liked my page, Shell Bell Online, go and like that for me, please. Okay, so just select a post. That drop-down menu gives you all your previous posts, so you can choose through that. Okay, so I'm just doing my top one, which just happened to be this this webinar. Okay, so what you do here is, see, it's got desktop news feed, and then the mobile and the right column. So you want to remove those on this particular ad, and then later on you're going to go back and add them. You're going to do another post just on that. So I'm not going through all this stuff, but the age segmentation, you might want to do 10 years different. So you want to do, say, 20 to 30-year-olds, and then I'm just going to put home business in here. I'm not going to get all fancy on this right now on the targeting, but I want to show you, so this age here, 20 to 30-year-olds interested in home business, and that would be, so it's 20 to 30-year-olds. You might want to write home business in there, just so you know what your keyword is, and then you place the order. This actually, she mentioned here, what Michelle Pescosolido is doing is she believes that Facebook have the best algorithm for optimizing your ad. So, I mean, you might want to bid for clicks or impressions, but mostly she uses that one there. If she's bidding for clicks, then she goes with the automatically optimizing, and the same with the impressions, just with what it comes up with, okay? So she just tends to leave it on page post engagement, and then you place the order, and then the thing that comes up next is the create similar ad. I think most of you probably know this if you've created a Facebook ad. And so everything is the same, so that's still the desktop, there's no mobile or right-hand column. And so then the next thing you would do is you would put the next age group. So you'd put like your 30 to 40-year-olds. And then, you know, because why this is so important is that one ad isn't really going to be appropriate for all the age groups. And so you would do it up and up like that, and however old we wanted to get to. So then the next thing you're going to do is create the similar ad again. And so let's just say you've done all your age groups. So the next thing you would do is you would add your mobile news feed and take off your desktop feed. And so then you would go down again, you would start, you know, you would start back at that age group. So you're going to have a whole bunch of ads created, and then you actually want to create a new ad set here, because you don't, otherwise you're going to be, I should have put desktop on that previous one, and then you put mobile here. So you don't want to be putting everything all in one bucket, because what happens is that the non-performers are being mixed in with performers. So let's say the 20 to 30-year-olds on the mobile is getting your best click-through rate, okay? But if you've got them all in with the desktop and the 40 and 50-year-olds, then those are going to be dragging down your results. So you on your click-through, and that way you're not optimizing your campaign, and you're actually spending more money on your ads that way. So that's not a good thing. Okay, so I think I'm not going to go through and create all of this because I can see my ads are running now, but this is a good way to allow Facebook will approve all of these newsfeed ads. If you do have a picture, make sure the writing is no more than 20%, and if you want to know about that, hit me up. I've got a training video on that for another time. Okay, so I'm going to move back to this now on video optimization. I realize my time is running away from me. So Terry Lamb spoke about the YouTube. He does YouTube videos, and they're so powerful, and I'm pretty sure you've heard this before, but videos should really be part of your every week marketing, if not every day. And it doesn't have to be a big deal. You know, I actually started doing videos myself, probably it was 2012 with futuristic marketing, and there was a course in there by Eric Worre who makes a video every day, and I thought, oh well, I can do that. And I was terrified. I was terrified of my videos. I mean, I don't think they're, you know, the best in the world now, but I'm much less terrified now than I was back then. And all it's about is doing it regularly. It's so powerful, and you know, you can give so much value, and you can really connect with people on videos. And if you really can't put your face on a video, then at least do screen videos with your voice, so at least people are getting some sense of who you are. So the videos only need to be short, and this is the thing. I think, you know, we put all these excuses up, and I think time, you know, the content, the amount of content that we have to have is one of the excuses, if you like. But if you look through the optimization times, then actually less than 2 minutes is best. Eric Worre says around 3. Terry Lamb actually said 1 minute and 12 seconds, I think. It was an optimal time for a video. And so, you know, you haven't actually got that much time to be nervous there, right? You can just get on and do a video, and don't sell on your videos. Okay, the video is not to sell. The video is to pique the interest, to connect with the person. It is not to make the sale. But what you do is you provide value. And so if he gave some ideas about, you can do product reviews or book reviews, you know, say if something's been released and there's, you know, regardless of what your online space is, what your niche is, there's always something coming out, or, you know, there's some happening. And so put your opinion down, and you know, you don't have to have a recitation. It's only 2 minutes, okay? So make it quick, make it interesting. You know, he gets controversial, so that's another way to look at it. Or tease them to take the next step. Your next step might be a longer video. Your next step might be your link. Your next step might be a blog post. It could be anything. You know, it could be so. Okay, for example, if you saw my advertisements for this webinar, that video, I think that was 59 seconds long, and all I did was I said what's going to be in the webinar. Now that's a perfect example of what you can do. Really simple. Now he said to log in and out of your YouTube every day, and drives my husband nuts. I'm the tab queen. I have like 100 tabs open all at once. So I actually keep my YouTube open at all times. So that just happens automatically. But if you don't do that, then just log in and out of your YouTube every day. It just shows the Google are keeping tabs on that, and that just increases your the visibility. And reply to all comments and any messages that you get on your videos. Really, really important. Now, this is kind of cute. Have your own secret keyword tag that you put on all your videos. So, for example, for me, it's I actually put my name, which is no one else has my name online, so I just put my name. But you could put, you know, what your name 123, whatever it was, and I'll show you what happens. Now it's kind of funny. I've turned off all my YouTube, but I'll show you why that is really cool. And these are just tiny little tweaks, but they do make a difference. So I'm going to go to my uploads. Oh, maybe this is going to slow down my computer. I hope my sound is still cool. So at the end of your, let's see. Okay, this is this webinar invite, which is kind of short. And when you get to the end of it, up pops the screen. So all of these videos are all me, you see, because I've put the secret keyword tag on. And that just means that you're not actually taking people away from your YouTube channel when they finish watching your YouTube. It's just something little, but I think that was quite cool. And the next point he made was, oh, I need to go all the way through here, is render your videos through a thing called Handbrake, which is you can just download it off the internet, and that makes all your videos they don't stop and have to buffer, especially if someone's got really bad connection. So it just, you know, if you might get through one buffering, but someone's not going to hang around for long if your video keeps buffering and stopping and starting. So that was just, I thought that was quite a good thing to do before. So before you put them onto YouTube, just run them through Handbrake. You can just Google that. Yeah, so I hope that's helped you to feel like you can actually go out and make some videos. And, you know, if you want some ideas, go onto my channel. I'm not the expert, but I just do them, and I gain traction from that. So the next thing I want to speak about is internet traffic pages, which is the coolest system. It is comparable to lead pages, and if you've got that, it's much cheaper. In fact, it's significantly cheaper. It builds beautiful capture pages, all sorts of pages that you could dream of wanting. And it's actually free, which is kind of insane, but there are paid options, but you pretty much get everything you need for free, which is really cool. If you're level 3 in MITS, you can promote your MITS link, and there's some kind of ninja techniques involved there. So I wanted to actually go and show you what internet traffic pages look like. So this is what happens when you log in. Oh, I thought I was logged in. Hold on 1 second. Just want to show you inside because it's really neat. It's really neat. Oh, it's not going to log me in. Okay. Oh, that's right, because I'm mistaking that. Sorry about this. I had to close my tab so that my internet would work faster. So as you can see, there's 70 templates, which is kind of more than you could ever want. And if you're a member of Lead Pages, you'll see a lot of similarities here, but I just wanted to show you. So these are all customizable. Every single part of this is customizable. For example, if you wanted to use this one, which is just that basic web page, then you can change like the background. You can change really simply. Let me just show you what another background looks like. You can change the headline, so whatever that's going to be. You can change everything about it. You can change the color, all the style settings you can change up here. So you can change the color of that, the color of the box. You can go as crazy as you want, or if something is, you know, actually that was just the highlighting there, but you get my drift, right? I mean, I'm not I'm not the world's most beautiful creator, but you can have a lot of fun there, and you can you can brand this to yourself, so make it look, you know, suit your brand. Excuse me. And then when you want to publish it, another really cool feature here, which I just want to quickly show you, is that there is, so instead of just having internet traffic pages as the, oh, I've got to change name, Demo 1, oops, so you can do split testing on this as well. And so your actual domain names are going to come up as really cool. I'll show you in a second when I can get this saved properly. I've got too many things called demo. All right, publish. And so here you can have, the default domain is internet traffic pages, but you can have internet entrepreneurlife.com and then / the name of your page. You can have want freedom from your home. So, you know, these all work really nicely for home business professionals, or go to meetings1.com. Again, if you were doing, I should show you that one actually, the you can create your own webinar page. Actually, I want to show you two really neat pages quickly. I know I'm running out of time here, but these, I think these are really neat. So this is the, if you do webinars, you can do a copy of GoToWebinar, GoToMeeting, whatever you call it, and then you can have that linked to your Aweber account or whatever account you're using. Okay, so my computer is struggling on this with my internet connection on this Hangout. That's why it's taking so slow. So you would, again, you can change all of this. All of this would be changed to what your webinar is about. And people are used to this format, so that's a really nice way to do that and have that linked straight into your autoresponder account. Now, just quickly, the next one I want to show you, I'm aware of the time and I want to save some time for questions. So this is really amazing. This is a blog post / capture page. Now what you can do is you can actually customize all of this. So you can put your own banner here, or you can do, if you were doing like a company review, you would put the company there, and then you can put some content. And again, you know, like I mentioned at the beginning, giving value, then you do give value here. So let's say you're in the weight loss industry, okay, or you know, whatever your product is. So let's just say weight loss, and then so you put, you know, 3 tips on losing weight, or on exercising when it's freezing cold outside, whatever you want to do, and then you put your value there, and then you'll put down at the bottom or over on this banner here, you put your opt-in offer. Okay, that would go to your capture page, and then you would give them some other value or lead them to the offer. And again, down here, you can do this, click here, and that would go through to your offer as well. So really, really powerful. That is such a powerful page, and really, really cool. And I hope you can see the value in this, because, well, the fact that it's free is just crazy. Let me just show you the pricing options. What you get, actually, if you go to, I'll put that in the chat box, the link. So, internet traffic pages.net, and I'm just going to put that as a post there. So that's attached to my account, so I'd be very happy for you to do that, and I can offer you help as well. I'm going to be doing webinars on how to set these up, because this is massively powerful, really, really powerful way to get your offer out into the world. So lastly, I want to just talk about how to get ahead, because that's kind of why you're here, right? You want to know how to get ahead, and I hope that I've given you some value, and I hope I've given you some ideas. But follow Vince's teaching. Now, if you're not already in MITS, then I really recommend that you get involved. There's actually a pricing adjustment today. this evening, I think. So what is it? In PST, it's midnight. There's a pricing change. If you really do, if you're not in MITS yet and you want to get in, it's massive value. I cannot tell you how much my business has changed in the past year. Just being in MITS and following Vince's teaching, I mean, if you like what I'm doing, that's all what I'm learning in MITS. So get serious with your business goals. Now, I spoke on that right at the beginning. You know, if you're just, you know, kind of messing around and thinking, okay, well, I might do it and I might just try this out. Well, in all honesty, and I know this sounds really harsh, but you're not going to get ahead the same way that if you get serious, if you absolutely draw a line in the sand, you know, you make a total commitment, and it can start today. You know, you can start today. You can set up your structured daily tasks, and that's going to be another teaching I want to do. But get serious. Make this your business. Make this, you know, give value to the world. Be the person that you want to be. You know, this is time. This is your time now. There is no other time. Again, make your business your career, not your hobby. You know, there's people who are going to say, well, yeah, I'll try it, and think of it like a hobby, and then when they don't get the results, you know, when they're not making $10,000 a month at the end of 6 months, they're like, yeah, no, it didn't work. And, you know, that mentality, it's fine to have, it's fine to be a hobby online entrepreneur. That's not an issue. But if you want this to be serious, then you've got to treat it seriously. So decide that you will commit, and write down your daily tasks, your daily actions, and commit to them and do them, okay? There's nothing more powerful than a decision. And I'm going to be, I say there's all these webinars I'm going to be doing. I'm going to be busy. So, but I am planning on, I've got this really cool, and that's kind of what I touched on in my talk, and it's how to manifest, basically. And so it's not exactly daily actions, but it's how to get your mind in the right space. So be consistent. You know, remember that the work that you do today may not come to fruition for 1 month or 6 months or 12 months, but boy, it's going to. So don't give up before your results come in. You know, you're doing your hard work now. Be consistent, stay at it, and you will see results. And visualize yourself as a person that you want to be in the place that you want to be. And that's pretty much what I want to teach, is that, because this is what pushes my buttons. It's about growing as a person. I've learned online that, in actual fact, the biggest change has been inside of me, and I like it. It's a nice change. I like it. And so, you know, if you want to change, then you can. And I know that sounds weird to use an online business to change you as a person, but I can attest to that. And help others, share your value. Yeah, it's something that Ray Higdon spoke about a lot. He does this ILT formula, and that is invest in yourself. And investing in yourself means, like what he does, he buys something every single week. So every week he's buying something, and he learns it. Okay, I'm just going to go back to me now. So he will take the learning. There I am. So he'll take the teaching, he will apply it to wherever it is, his mindset or his business, and then so that's the learning part. So the investors are buying it, or learning it is the second part, and then teach it is the third part. And so it doesn't mean you have to be the fountain of all knowledge. You know, like what I've just given to you is all my learnings from last weekend, okay? Now you can go and read a book. You know, go and buy, you don't even have to buy it. Go to the library and borrow a book, read it, learn it, implement it, and then teach it. Teach it to your team. Just put the value out into the world, and this is the way that you're going to create success. This is the way that you're going to get ahead in your business. And using these traffic strategies with this mindset and with this kind of strategy, I suppose you want to call it that, then you are so going to get ahead in your business. Okay, so I do encourage you to be a better person, put out value, invest in yourself, implement, take action. And I feel like I'm rambling now. So what I want to do is have you got any questions? So I'll just quickly, okay, go through here. So Joel, are you using a lead magnet? Well, yes, it depends. I mean, for example, the lead magnet was this webinar, for example, Joel. You know, so in that sense, yes. And there's no, in marketing, there's no right or wrong. I mean, am I using a lead magnet? It would depend on what your offer is. I mean, I know the business that you're in, and so I know that you've got access to a really cool lead magnet, which is like the internet traffic page system, which is a really cool lead magnet. And so, you know, you can create your own lead magnet, or you can access some PLRs. If you just Google PLR, it's stuff that's already written. Yeah, and yeah, so lead magnets are important, but more important is connecting with the person and putting yourself in the funnel so that the people that you've got on your list know who you are. Because, for example, yesterday there was a lady, in fact, she might be on here, I'm not quite sure. She was struggling because people weren't opening her emails. And, you know, I said to her, when you advertise, you just send people straight to the link of her affiliate offer, and then she starts sending them emails. People don't even know who she is. You know, so regardless whether you've got the lead magnet or not, having yourself branded and visible is really, really important. So I hope that answers your question. Bev, do you have a paid version of ITP to promote and earn money from it? Yes, you can earn money from it, and there is a paid version. That if you wanted to promote it, Bev, then yes, you can. So connect with me afterwards and I'll show you how. Are they using a landing page for the application? Yes. You can just create an application like in your Aweber account, or you can create it. I mean, there's various ways to do it, but probably in your Aweber is easiest, or you can create a form in your internet traffic pages. You are targeted with who sees that tweet, right? Yes, I am. Correct. How much does it cost for you to promote that, Shelley? I guess that's on the tweet, girl. The Twitter is, their charges are depending on who you're promoting and how many people you're promoting to. And then the promoted tweets are less. They probably cost, maybe, I was getting them down to around 11 cents. Between 11 and 30 cents a tweet, a promoted tweet. For followers, you're paying a little bit more, maybe 30 to 50 cents for a follower. But when you realize the value in that, which the training is in the MIT system, because you can connect with them, you want to go and connect with that person on other social media sites. People on Twitter are usually quite savvy and they're usually serious, and so it's a great way to do is go and connect with them on, you know, on Facebook, or go to their website, check them out, go and see what they're up to. You know, get involved with them. This is not, you know, this is really about connecting with people and trying to give them value. Okay, anything else? So, Bev, on my fan page, can I say that it is about a product as well as training? Yes, absolutely you can. You know, you'd want to, so in marketing it's about solving problems. So you would focus on what problem your product solves, as opposed to, hey, I've got a product. So that's kind of how you would approach that. Oh yeah, I think I just got your second one, Bev. Okay, so we're at the top of the hour. I really want to respect your time. If you do have any questions, then you can find me on Facebook at Shelley Belcourt, or Shell Bell Online is my fan page. Come and visit me, and you know, I'm implementing all this learning as well, so you'll see me making changes, and I hope that I have provided you with some value. I hope I've given you some good strategies and some ideas, and yeah, I hope to catch up with you soon. All right, have a wonderful day. Talk to you soon. Bye.